Okay, so so PRPC has developed so by using some object oriented concepts like class and inheritance. Okay, so the complete PRPC is dependent on these object oriented concepts. Okay, so what is a class here? Okay, so a class is a unit under which we define some objects. Okay, so it is a simply collection of objects. Okay, suppose if you have a class A, okay, where we can define some objects like object 1, object 2, etc. Okay, so inheritance, so it is a making a parent and child relationship between the classes. Okay, suppose if you have a two classes like class A and class B. Okay, so if class B is inherited from class A, then class B is said to be a child class and class A is called a the parent class, right? So this is a parent class and this is child class. So here child class can utilize all the characteristics which defined under parent class, but the parent class cannot utilize the characteristics which defined under the child class. Okay, so this is the inheritance concept. Okay, so here we have two different types of classes available in PRPC. Okay, so now you know class, right? Class is a unit under which we define some objects. Okay, so here we have two types of classes. So one is a concrete class and another is a abstract class. Okay, so concrete class can be instantiated, so whereas abstract classes cannot be instantiated. Okay, that means, see, suppose let's take a leave request application. Okay, so when you apply a leave, say a ID will be generated, right? So that is called the work object ID, that is the instance of that application. So here you can generate the instances from the concrete classes but not abstract classes. So that means, so it will have a some persistence. So if you have an instance, that will be stored in the database. Okay, so abstract classes are meant for reusability. So you can create the reusable components. Okay, so whereas under concrete class, so you can also create the reusable components. The main difference is concrete classes can be instantiated, whereas abstract classes cannot be instantiated. That is the main difference. Okay, so now, so PRPC has provided so different classes, different standard classes in the class hierarchy. Okay, so we have work dash, data dash, so index dash, like this we have 13 top classes and we have a @base class which is a topmost class of the PRPC. Okay, under @base class you will have a another top classes, another 13 top classes, work dash, data dash, index dash, like this. Assign dash, etc. Okay, So these are the standard classes. Under these classes we have a predefined functional implementation. Okay, so we need to use these classes as part of our application development. Okay, so here at the rate base class is a topmost class. If you take any class, it will be the parent class of that class. Okay, so this is also called a ultimate class, super class or ultimate class. Okay, okay, so here the PRPC follows three-level organization hierarchy. Okay, if you take any enterprise, so you will have a organization, so you will have a division and units. Okay, so if we create any application in the PRPC, it will be created in the following hierarchy. You will have a organization, division, unit, where the employees belongs to the unit. Okay, so this is the different from our organization. So this is the standard one. So when you create application by using the PRPC, okay, it will create the organization structure like this. But so it depends on our requirements. So we need to create our own organization structure. Okay, suppose let's say our organization is a PNC. Okay, PNC Financial Services. Under this we can have a division site. Division is optional, so you can have divisions or not, but you may have more than one division also. Suppose let's say, so I have, so we have two different divisions. So one is loans and one is insurance. So under these divisions you can have multiple units like home loan, auto loan, like this. Under insurance division you can have multiple units like personal loan, auto loan, like this. Auto insurance, sorry, personal insurance, auto insurance. Okay, so this is the organization, these are the divisions, and these are the units. Okay, see, so like organization and divisions are meant for reusable, for creating the reusable components. So suppose let's take, so if you want to apply home loan or auto loan or personal loan or any kind of insurance, personal insurance or auto insurance, so you need the customer details form, right? Okay, so customer details form is common for all type of loans and insurances. Okay, so if you put the customer details form here, this will be available only for home loan and auto loan. Okay, so again we need to create under insurance division in order to make it available for personal insurance and auto insurance. So instead of creating two times, so I will create customer details form under organization level. Clear? So that it will be available to all the units. Customer details form. Suppose I have a loan details form. So loan details form is required only for home loan and auto loan. So if we create an organization, so we don't want it to extend for the insurance division. Okay, this need only for loan division, right? So if you create loan details form under loans division, this will be available to both home loan and auto loan, and it will not be available for personal insurance and auto insurance. So if you have a insurance form, this is the common for both personal insurance and auto insurance units. So we will create under insurance division. Clear? So instead of creating multiple times, we will put in the common place so that it will be available to its specialized class. That means its child classes. Okay, and also PRPC provides the framework layer. Okay, so this is the optional. So either you can use or not. Okay, suppose let's say under the framework layer we put the common functionalities. Suppose so today we are going to develop only home loan application. Okay, so this framework layer contains process oriented things. Okay, so if we create the common things which is required for home loan, so in order to create auto loan, directly I will reuse the things from auto loan. Okay, so we will not create the things under the division. So we will create only the specific things which are required for home loan and auto loan. So this is the organization specific. Okay, so but framework layer contains the general process. If you take any kind of loan application, you will have the same process across the organizations. So directly we can inherit the things from the framework layer. Clear? The similarly for we can have a framework layer for insurance also. So directly you can utilize the characteristics which defined under framework layer. Clear so far?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So now, see, you know the inheritance, right? It is a so parent and child relationship between the classes. So now here we have two different types of inheritances. So one is pattern inheritance and another is directed inheritance. Okay. So if you take any class, a class will have a two types of inheritances. So one is pattern and another is directed inheritance. So if you take a class ABC, okay, so this will have a, suppose let's say class ABC iPhone XYZ. Okay, this is the class. So this class is inherited from, okay, so directed, so this class will have a directed inheritance as well as pattern inheritance. Okay, so pattern inheritance means it utilizes the characteristics from the other specified other classes. Generally other classes would be the suffix of the class. So if you want to identify a parent class of this class, it would be go to the rightmost icon and you take the prefix, that will be a parent class. So okay, and see, this is the child class of this class, right? Now this class can utilize all the things which are defined under ABC class. Okay, and also you will have a directed inheritance. Suppose we have a worked as class, right? So this directed inheritance is a method by which a class inherits the characteristics from the specified class. Okay, so directly we will specify a directed inheritance class for this child class. Okay, so that it can utilize all the functionalities which are defined under worked as. Okay, so directed inheritance is a mandatory and pattern inheritance is an optional method. Clear? Okay, so now when we create an application, so by using the PRPC wizard, it will create a one organization level class. Suppose so our organization is a PNC, right? So it will create a one organization level abstract class which is meant for creating the reusable things, and it creates one division level abstract class, and it creates one unit level concrete class. Okay, So in order to implement, so we must need a one concrete class. Okay, that is the reason. So when we create an application by using the PRPC wizard, so it will create all the required things. So this division level class is also the reusable one. And here you can put reusable things as well as you can implement your application. Clear so far? And this is called a class group. So it is ended with work, right? This is a class group, and this class group must be inherited from work dash class. So now you tell me, so what is the parent class of this class? Yeah, so PNC hyphen PNC loan is a parent class of this class. So PNC hyphen PNC loans, and PNC is the parent class of PNC hyphen PNC loans class. Okay, these two classes are this one and this one. These two classes are parent class of this work class. Okay, and this work class must be inherited from work dash class. Okay, because of we are going to implement the business, right? So we are going to implement, and this must be inherited from work dash because of whatever the things required in order to run our implement our application. So those functionalities will be inherited from the work dash class. And anyhow you will have a pattern inheritance, so that so you can utilize the things which are defined under PNC and PNC hyphen PNC loans. Clear? So if you take any class, you will have a directed inheritance and pattern inheritance. And directed inheritance is a mandatory one, so which inherit the characteristics from the specified class. Okay, so here class group. So this is the first concrete class of our application. And so this class will have a table which stores the work items. Okay, and also in the table we will have a primary key which identifies the unique work item. Okay, so in the PRPC each concrete class will have a table connected. Okay, so these are the abstract classes. So PNC and PNC iPhone, PNC loans are abstract classes which do not have a tables. Okay, so this is the concrete class. Okay, so this is the concrete class which is connected to a table. Okay, all the work instances will be stored in the table which is connected to this work class. This work class is also called a class group. Clear so far? Okay, so now let me log in into the PRPC application. So we can design an application, we can create application, okay, in different ways. So I will show you that one. Okay, these things I will be so explaining practically. So once we create application, it will create all the required classes and the other things also. So once we see all those, so you will have clear idea. Okay, so when you log in into the PRPC application, so you will see when you start see, so when you install an application it will have three different icons. So one is login, startup and shutdown, right? So first you need to click on the startup icon. So it is so it will load all the Java related things, like this is the application server. Okay, so once application server is being loaded, so you will have a login screen. So once you click on the login icon, the login screen will be open. The first time you have to log in with login into the application by using the administrator@pega.com and password is install, INSTALL. Okay, so you note down this. So default credentials are administrator@pega.com and password is install. Okay. See, once we log in into application, first we need to create our application. Okay. So this is the Designer Studio. Okay, the first time we have to log in into the application by using the default credentials. So here Pega Rules is a application name. Okay, so by using this application we are going to create our application. Okay, so you need to click on Pega Rules and go to the new application. Click on new application. Okay, so by default you will have a enterprise application, then click on create a new application button. So you note down the navigations. Okay, so here application name, I'm going to provide PNB loans. Sorry, PNC. So PNB is already exist. So if you are going to enter application name which already exists, it will show you. Okay, so even if you enter, see, PNC loans operations, it will be truncated to some characters like PNC loans. This is the application name. So it is truncated to 8 characters. Okay, so this is our application PNC loans. Okay, description also you can put the same. And see, the first time we are going to, so when we are going to create an application, we must have to select built on application is Pega Rules. By default it will be there. Okay, so by using this application, so Pega Rules itself is an application. So by using this application we are going to design our loan application. Okay, see here application structure, the implementation only, framework and implementation, and the framework quality. So we have 3 different options. Okay, so if you are going to design your application, if you are going to only implement your application, you can select implementation only. Okay, suppose, okay, you are going to implement as well as you need framework layer. So if you want to framework layer, where you are going to put the common functionalities in the framework layer. Okay, so either you can implement the business and as well as, so you can generate the framework layer, so you can create the common functionalities under that. Okay, the framework, okay, only you can put the common functionalities under that layer. Okay, so when we create the second time, you can use this framework layer and you can build your application. See, the first time when you are going to create an application, we must have to select Pega rules. Later onwards, so we can build the application by using the framework also. Okay, let's see. Suppose, so I have selected framework and implementation. Okay, so after that I will design home loan application. Okay, so while designing, I will put the common functionalities which are required for any kind of loan under framework layer. Okay, so the next time when I'm going to create auto loan application, okay, I will build that application by using the framework, because we can reuse the things which are already exist in that layer. Clear? Online guys. Okay, so generally you can select implementation only or implement framework and implementation. Okay, so we select framework and implementation here, and organization PNC. Okay, so here by default it will create a organization level class, one division level class, and one unit level concrete class. So if you want to create the reusable division layer, so you need to select here. So go to the configure advanced settings. Okay, so this is the PRPC 3-level organization records. Okay, you will have organization, division name is div unit, this name is unit. Okay, if you want you can change this, but this is not related to our organization structure. So this is mainly for routing purpose. So when we are going to discuss about routing, so you will understand this clearly. Okay, so this is the implementation layer. So PNC is the organization layer. The PNC loans, it will be same as application name. So this is for creating the rule sets and other things. Okay, that we will discuss later. And this, so this complete class is a class group. So generally it's end with work. Okay, so if you want to divisions, so we can generate the division layer. So you can put the loans and you can so provide some, you can create some reusable components under that division if you have more units, and also you can create the reusable units also. Okay, so generate reusable unit records. Okay, but by default you will not have a divisions and unit level reusable layers. If you want you can create by using the configuration settings. Okay, so I'm not going to select reusable divisions and records. Okay, so by default we will have a organization layer and implementation layer. Okay, and 3-level classes. So this is the organization class and this is the division level class. This is not a division level, divisional reusable layer. Okay, so this is the unit level concrete class, but it is not a reusable unit record. Okay, so this is the framework layer. So PNC hyphen FW hyphen PNC loans FW hyphen work. So here you will have a implementation layer and framework layer. Okay, click on save, click on next. So business objective, this is for designing loan applications. Okay. So object is not a mandatory. The case types also not mandatory here. So once we log in into our own application, so we can create case types there. The data types also we can create once we log in into our application. Okay. Click on create. So it will take so at least 1 minute of time. So to create all the required things for our application. Yeah. So generally, so as a system architect, we will not create all these things. Okay. So the application creation things are taken care by lead system architects. So who are having more than so like 8 years or 10 years of experience. Okay. So just we are going to so work on the rules. Okay. See, as part of the creation process, the system generated the following operators. Okay, so these are the different operators who belongs to the PNC application. Okay, so each operator was assigned the default password rules. For all the operators, you will have a password rules. Okay, so log off and sign back in as admin at the rate of PNC to access the application. So admin, so is a developer who are going to design an application. Okay, so the manager who are going to manage the application. So after creating the work items, the user are so who are going to use the application. Okay, so here so we use only admin at the rate of PNC in order to design an application. Okay, so take this operator. So operator means the person who is logging into the PRPC application is called an operator. Okay, take admin at the rate of PNC, log off and log in back by using the password call rules. Okay, click on login. Okay, go to the app. So this is the designer studio. So this is the developer space. So where the operator is going to design an application. So this is the developer toolbar. So this is the explorer. Okay, so this is the work class. So this is also called a class group and it is a concrete class. So we have discussed, right? So it is going to create the 3 level classes. So one is organization level abstract class, division level abstract class and unit level concrete class. See, the PNC is a organization level abstract class. So by using which you can create the reusable components under this class. Okay, so how can we know whether it is an abstract class or concrete class? Okay, right click on the class the leaf symbol we have, right? So that means this is the class. Okay, wherever you see the record which leaf symbol, that means that is a class. So right click on the PNC organization class and click on the definition. Okay, so you note down these navigations. Okay, see, this is a abstract class. So am I audible online, guys? Hello? Am I audible? Vasu? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is a abstract class. Sorry. And PNC loans is also a abstract class. Right click on the class, click on the definition, say abstract. So this is a concrete class. Okay. So 1 minute, am I audible now? Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. So am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible now.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So it is a concrete class. Okay. So this is a class group. Here you see this class. Here we have three different options. This class is a class group. Okay. So if you see the abstract class, you will not have that option. Okay. So each concrete class will have a table connected. So you need to remember this thing. Okay. So and we'll have a the primary key defined. So this is the work class where you see the PYID, which is the primary key, and this class will have a table connected.
Satya, could you please repeat this topic again? I think we just missed this one.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah. So you clear right till the application creation process.
Yeah, I'm talking about the class type. You
Yeah.
are showing the difference, right? So,
Yeah. So once we create an application and log in into our application, okay. So we see this. This is a class group or work class we call it. Okay. So this is the PNC is the organization level class, which is a abstract class, and one more class we have called PNC loans, which is a division level class, and one more class called PNC loans work, which is a unit level concrete class. Okay, so in order to know the type of the class, you can right click on the class, and you can see here, this is the concrete class. And this class is a class group. Okay, so it is the first concrete class of our application, and which defines the table. So this class will have a table connected. Okay, click on the test connection, you will see PNC underscore PNC loans underscore work. This is the database table. All the work object related things will be stored in this table. Okay, so concrete classes can be instantiated, right? That means it creates something. So you will have some persistence. Those things will be stored in the table which is connected to this class. Okay. But going forward, if you are going to create a class by referring to this class, okay, so those classes will have a belongs to class group. Those classes will become a belongs to a class group. Okay, so you can create a class for storing the reference data. So in that time, so in those classes, you will see the option called doesn't belongs to a class. Clear? So one is a class group, belongs to class group, and doesn't belongs to a class group. Okay, and each concrete class will have a table and the primary key is defined. Okay, so we have created an application by using the implementation and framework, right? So see, this class is inherited from the framework class. Okay, and the find by name first pattern. So this pattern inheritance is enabled. That means, okay, so you can utilize the characteristics from the other classes. Generally other classes would be the suffix of that class. So what is the parent class of this class? PNC hyphen PNC loans is a parent class of this class. Okay, you take this. Okay, so you need to note down all these things. This is very important. Okay, so PNC hyphen PNC loans work. What is the parent class of this? Yeah, so PNC hyphen PNC loans. Okay, so what is the parent class of this one? Yeah, so this is parent hierarchy. So this is called pattern inheritance. So generally we specify pattern inheritance in the dotted lines. Okay, so you note down this. Generally we specify the pattern inheritance in dotted lines. Okay, see, you see this pattern inheritance is enabled. Okay, so on each class will have a directed inheritance also, which is a mandatory. And you see this work class is inherited from this framework class. So this is the directed inheritance. So generally we specify directed inheritance in thick line. Okay, so this is the directed inheritance. You note down directed inheritance. This is the pattern inheritance, and this class must be inherited from work class or it's any of subclasses, which is a mandatory. That means, again see, if we open this PNC hyphen PNC framework PNC loans framework work. This is inherited from worked as covered as. So again, this worked as covered as it is inherited from worked as class. So again, at the rate base class. So which is the topmost class. Okay. So now you tell me. So what is the parent class of this class? Yeah. So PNC framework PNC loans framework. So which is the parent of this? So this will become a pattern inheritance for this one, right? Because of name. So you can so easily can identify based on the name. Okay, you can easily identify the parent class. So parent class we specify with dotted lines. Okay, so now again this PNC framework hyphen, yeah. So this is the parent class of this class. Again PNC is the parent class of this one. See, for both PNC loans and PNC framework are the child classes of PNC. Okay, so you can remove this one and directly you can map as a pattern inheritance. So I will give you the diagram so in the material. Okay, okay, so these are the parent classes. Okay, this is in pattern hierarchy. So and this class is direct so connected with worked as class, worked as covered as. So this would be a directed inheritance, right? And this class is also connected to worked as covered as. So you note down this. Okay, this is the directed inheritance. And you see this PNC loans, PNC loans and PNC also inherited from worked as covered as class as a directed inheritance. You connect to this. Okay. Similarly, this class is connected to the same class as a directed inheritance. I will show you all these things. And now worked as is a parent class of this class. Okay. So now it is in pattern hierarchy, right? So it is the pattern inheritance. Okay. So now what is the topmost class? At the rate base class. So it is the directed inheritance. It is the directed, it is the pattern. Clear? Okay. So I will show you here. So our work class is inherited from framework class. And if you see the PNC loans, which is the abstract class, and it is also inherited from worked as, covered as. See, framework means, so again this is inheriting from worked as, covered as, right? Okay. So, and if you open the framework class, the framework class is inheriting from worked as, covered as a directed inheritance. Clear or any doubts? Online guys. So if you keep on expanding, you will see @base class. Okay. Again, if you click on this one, you will not have any classes. Okay. See, worked as and worked as, covered as is having a directed inheritance as worked as, and worked as is having @base class as a directed inheritance. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow onwards, like we will start so development. So far, any doubts? Vasu, Ahmad. Okay. So everything we are going to create under this class. So if we create under framework class, also you can use those things. Okay. Now going forward, so we are going to create the home loan, auto loan under this class only. Those will become the child class of this one. Okay. Those classes are belongs to class group. Okay. You will have only one class group for application. So where everything we are going to create under this class. Okay, and this class will have a table connected. All the things will be stored in the table which is connected to this class.